Hi guys, welcome back. So during the holidays, I made this delicious croaker fish one pot stew for my family. And yes, in this video, I'll be showing you how I made it. It's so good and I want to share it. Okay, keep watching. So to begin, I have my pepper mix in my blender. I'm going to crush this up. I have some ginger, garlic, onions, bawa, and yeah, scotch bonnet and a bit of tomato in there. So I've already gone ahead to blend it, and in a dry pot, I'm adding a bit of vegetable oil. And yes, you want to add according to your tomato mix, like your pepper mix, to know the quantity you will need. Once that was hot enough, I added some onions. Yeah, I sliced my onions this way. You can go ahead and maybe blend yours or just chop it anyhow you like it. This is how I want it because I want it to be like a chunky stuff in there. So go ahead and do you, okay? So I'm going to saute this for some minutes, and yeah, I'll be adding my pepper mix. So once I'm satisfied with the onions, I'm going to add my pepper mix. You can see how smooth I made it. You can go ahead and just make it anyhow you want it, but I want this to be smooth because of the fish I'm using. It's always nice when it comes out this way. If you have ever tried fish like cooked this way in a Yoruba wedding or a Yoruba event, you understand how good and how tasty this comes out. So now I'm showing you how this is done. Mind you, you can just add a bit of palm oil to this, but I'm using vegetable oil because that's how I like it. So you want to leave this to cook with a pot open. Okay, you don't want to cover this at all because you want all of the water to evaporate, and that is exactly what I've done. So now I'm going to cover it because I want my tomato mix to cook. Okay, you don't want the sour taste in there. So once that is done for 4 to 5 minutes, I'll add my fish. Yes, you want your tomato to be completely cooked before adding your fish because the fish doesn't really take long to get cooked. Okay, so I bought one of these fish, and yes, that's what I'll be using because we are only having this for dinner. And of course, you know, I can't do without lasso fish seasoning. Even when I'm not using fish, I will always use my lasso. So go ahead and add any seasoning of choice. I added some salt, seasoning powder, some lasso fish seasoning. Just do you, okay? And yes, you can add curry and thyme, but I'm not doing that because I'm going for the authentic traditional taste. So yeah, I'm just adding all of my seasoning, and I will allow this to cook, and we'll be back to see what it looks like. So I allowed that to simmer for some minutes. I tasted for salt and seasoning and I needed a bit more. I added a bit more and I added a bit more water because I want this fish to be very, very moist, and yeah, that's what I got. So I'm going to still allow it to cook for some time before it's finally ready. So you want to cover this because you want your fish to cook. Remember, croaker fish have these very hard bones, but you still want it to cook so you can enjoy every bit of it.